All right, y'all. We're going to get into some some Antonio Pierce press conference for today. Today is October 2nd, 2024. After everything that went down yesterday with Davante Adams requesting the trade or preferred to be trade. Interesting words there. Let's hear what Antonio Pierce got to say. Yeah, let's get into it. First, I'm going to say Raiders are going to Raider. I think we know that. Second, let's get into it.
Antonio, obviously some developments over the last 24 hours. I'm curious where things stand with the organization and Davante Adams. And there was also a report about a social media post involving Davante's status with the team that you'd liked. I was wondering if you could address that.
Yeah, Davante's dealing with a hamstring. He's rehabbing, and the rest of us are focused on Denver.
Is he here in the building today? Or?
He's supposed to be rehabbing.
Stop right there. He's rehabbing. After this man just requested a trade. Yeah, he's in the building rehabbing.
So yesterday, Davante went on the Up and Adams show and discussed a social media post earlier this week. Is that something that was accidental on your part in terms of liking the post? Or?
Yeah, I'm just focused on Denver.
Coach, how do you think Jack Jones responded to?
That sounds like a Belichick, huh? Just focus on Cincinnati, man. On to Cincinnati. Got it, Coach.
Missing some time to start the last game.
Oh, no, I think Jack Jones handled it like a pro, right? Like I said after the game, that was between me and Jack. We did what we had to do, and Jack did what he had to do when he won the game. Thought he tackled, thought he was physical, thought the effort was there. Everything that we asked him to do, he did.
Have you communicated with Davante?
One thing about Jack Jones. One thing about how Antonio Pierce handled Jack Jones. Now, he shouldn't have called nobody out. Let's get that straight. When Antonio Pierce said, there are people making business decisions, he shouldn't have called nobody out. He should have pulled people to the side and handled that in-house. Okay, so he owned up to that. All right. But how he handled it, I liked it. Yeah, sit him down. Sit him down for a quarter. Get your mind right. Get right. You know what I mean? Come back in with some better effort. Appreciate that. I like that. Let's continue.
And where is the relationship with you? And
Me and Davante talk often.
have you talked to him since all of this?
I believe that between me and Davante.
That's how you handle it. Hey, I talked to him. That's how we're going to leave it that way. Yep. I like that, Coach.
Are you concerned at all about this being a distraction?
No, because we're focused on Denver.
Coach, what can you say about how the offense performed last week in Davante's absence?
I thought some guys stepped up. DJ Turner, right? We got him some action, tried to give him a deep shot on the third play of the game. Just missed him there. Then we got him back on that reverse. I thought it was really good. Thought Trey Tucker, who we voted as Raider of the Week for us, thought he did an outstanding job. Just not with the receptions, running the ball, blocking, everything we asked him to do. He really stepped up.
Check this out. And I like that they're giving the young guys a shot. I do. Question is going to be asked though. Is this addition by subtraction? Is that one of these situations to where now Gardner don't have to focus on just one player and try to give him the ball all day? That could be. Let's continue.
That was huge for us as well. And I think you guys saw it with McAllister. We put him all over the field, gave him a little toss crack, and he hit the first one, and the second one didn't look as pretty. But I thought he did a heck of a job of just, all hands on deck for that game.
Does Tyreek need to do a better job? Tyreek need to do a better job of avoiding big hits at the end of runs. It seems like he's maybe running a little too straight up.
I think he needs to realize that they're going to hit him. He better brace himself. He better lower that shoulder. Now, he's not the biggest guy, right? He's not the biggest guy, but he's one of the toughest guys, right?
Hey, I don't know how you avoid big hits. I mean, get down. I mean, hey, but dude was busting. I gotta give him credit though. Dude was busting.
And I think he did take some hits last week. But listen, credit to Cleveland. That was a really physical. They had their starters on their kickoff team. They had starters on punt team. So he wasn't getting hit by the backups. He was getting hit by the real guys. And listen, pro football, I think that was his first or second game suited up. So, but he did make some plays. And, we asked him to do some things. And obviously he'll grow and learn from that.
Is Michael Mayer back in the building today?
Mike's still doing personal.
How long you expect him to be out?
Whenever he's done with his personal stuff.
See, let's not be nosy, y'all. Let's not be nosy, but I am kind of concerned. You know, first of all, I hope he's all right. Whatever he's dealing with, maybe it's a family situation. I don't know. I don't even want to speculate. But if it's some football stuff, as far as, hey man, I ain't getting no touches, I ain't getting enough time, man, I hope it ain't no football stuff, man. Because boy, it's getting rough in Raider Nation right now.
You dominated Denver for a while now. So give you kind of a psychological edge when in?
I don't know about in 2024, we haven't. We haven't played them yet, so the past is the past. You can't talk about those 8, 12, 20 games, whatever many years back. We're talking about this year, the 2024 Raiders and the Broncos, and they're playing really good. They're coming off a 2-game winning streak on the road against 2 good quarterbacks and teams, and it's going to be a challenge for us, on the road against that team.
You talked about the scheme last week offensively, and then the two receivers score on runs. Do you see more of that kind of like more creative stuff coming along with those guys?
I thought it was a good job by, our offensive staff just trying to find ways to get the running game going, however it goes, and whoever it goes through, right? But really, each and every week is different. The team last week was playing crash nines, and they didn't hold the edges, and we felt that our speed can get there. So we'll see how this week looks when we prepare for the Denver Broncos.
First of all, I did appreciate those end rounds. I mean, like, duh. It was just funny that we went to it a couple times. I mean, you catch them off guard once, all right, but to do it again, cool. I don't think Getsy. Well, I hope Getsy doesn't go in thinking, "Oh, we could do this again, bro." They're gonna be waiting for that. You put that on tape. So let's try to be unpredictable. Getsy, how about that? Let's try to be unpredictable. It worked though. I give you credit. It worked. But let's try to be unpredictable a little bit.
What are you seeing with the Broncos pass rush? Not a lot of big names, but getting a lot of other results.
Yeah, well-coached team. Well-coached team. From, the coordinator to their position coaches. I mean, it doesn't matter about names when you play good team defense, and they're very sound. And obviously, they play a lot of man. You see a lot of pressure from this team. But up front, you see a bunch of guys that they're doing their job. And when opportunity comes, they're making the most of it.
I know you talked about Snowden, his big play. Obviously, at the end of the last game, he's had several big plays for you guys. I guess how much pride do you take when a guy fights the way that he did just to get his opportunity and then takes advantage of it?
I think it speaks volumes for the culture that we set, right? We said the best players will play, and when they get the opportunity, just make the most of them. And he's doing that. It started on let's go back. It started on practice squad, giving a hell of a look. An opportunity comes up. He's ready. He's prepared. He goes into special teams. He does that. And then, okay, look, we want to play a different defense. We want to get a bigger body out there. And listen, we're dropping him in coverage. We're actually in the rush. We're actually doing a lot of things. And, credit to the player, really, putting in the time and effort in the building to study and along with our coaches to get them prepared. And it's showing up, obviously, on Sundays.
Snowden and some of those other defensive linemen might have bigger splash plays, but Tyree played a ton. I think the most he has in a while. What have you made of his progress since he's been back from injury?
I think I've said this before. Rookie season last year, coming off injuries, late start to the season, picked it up at the end of the season for us last year when I took over. And then this year, it's kind of one of those things. And you just never know when it's going to happen with a young player. And we just want to build off of that. And that's why I told him, nobody go out there and try to be Max Crosby, right? Because we didn't have Max last week. Just be Tyree Wilson. Who does that player look like? What does that look like on film? And just be consistent, right? And that's what we talked about. And I thought it was good to put on film because you can now go back and look at that and encourage.
Tyree Wilson, in my opinion, has been a disappointment up until now. I understand rookie season. He came in hurt, drafted hurt. Now last game against the Browns, he had some cool snaps. He won some reps. There was one in particular where he jumped the snap, and I'm like, bingo, that's it. That's it. That's what I want to see out of you right there. Bro, jump this. We've all seen how this man has been getting off late. Ball snapped. He's still in his stance. And we just can't have that. So to see what he did last week, cool. Big improvement. I want to see more, though. I definitely want to see more.
That throughout the week.
Well, it's been talked about the team trying to establish an identity. I'm wondering, 4 games in, are you beginning to see an identity take shape?
Yeah, I do think so. I think one, we want to play with effort. We want to be, prideful in our body of work. We want to be passionate. We want to be physical. we want to be a smart team. I think we're still doing a good job in penalties. I know it was number one a couple weeks ago, but we're right there in the middle of the pack, or excuse me, the top of the pack as far as one of the better teams, the least penalized team. So that's good. We got to do a better job of not turning the football over. So, yeah, I think, the first month when you look at it and you do a self-scout, we're building it. I don't think we're there yet to sit there and just tell you, yes, our identity is grounded, and I can really just go back to that. But I think it is a work in progress, and I think we're getting better at it.
Antonio, given all the reports that are out there about Davante, how are you able to focus simply on the Broncos coming up?
I've been doing them. You talking about me personally?
You, and then how do you keep?
Oh, because, it starts with me, because that's my only focus. I get paid here to get ready each and every week for the opponent. I don't blink. I don't flinch. I don't know. I've said it before. Like, I've been through enough of my life with adversity and stuff that it doesn't bother me. I just move forward. The next obstacle in front of me is the Denver Broncos. And that's what I presented to my team, and that's what they're doing right now in the meeting, and we're about to go out to practice and do it versus the Broncos.
Do we believe that? I mean, I get it, but you caused this, man. Like, you started this, man. You liked the post, and you right now, Coach, are the distraction. I mean, I like your business approach, man. I like that, but you started this, man. And another thing on Davante, I love Davante. But we should trade him. And not because he requested a trade. I think we should have traded once. Listen, man, Josh McDaniels did a number on us. Once he got rid of Carr, that was it, right? Now we're in search of a quarterback. We got a superstar talent receiver, and now we're looking for a quarterback. Bruh, the timing is off now. So, hey, we need to build up. Yeah, we need to rebuild a little bit. I'm not saying you got to rebuild a lot, but we don't have a quarterback. And you got this star receiver over here that needs his touches. I don't need O'Connell. I don't need Minshew forcing stuff. That's what I don't need. So the timing is off. So yeah, man. So for no other reason, just that. Hey, let's let him go for that. Let's do him a solid and get him out of here, right? Anyway, let's continue.
Get the sense that they absorb that message.
100%.
Regardless of
It's
Max.
Devon. Go ahead.
Do you have an update on Max?
Yeah, still battling.
Regardless if it's Devontae or any other player, if there was a trade conversation, would that be a conversation with you, Telesco, combination of the both? How would that go?
I think everybody, right? Myself, Telesco, Mark Davis.
Coach, with the Davante Adams situation, is there a message or a tone or a precedent you're trying to set with the situation at all, or?
No, just business as usual. Just gotta keep rolling. I mean, it's the NFL. Things come up every day. Since I've taken over this job, it's been obstacles. So just another one.
Antonio, with Max, it was kind of going back and forth. He got hurt against the Ravens, and he played the next week and didn't play. Is it like a pain threshold situation, or you're just trying to be cautious?
It's a long season. It's an injury that, if you think about it, last year, the injury happened later in the season, right? So we're scrambling, we're scratching and clawing, trying to get in the playoffs. Now it's early. If you could take advantage of the early games, early part of the season, get him healthy. We got a bye week in the middle. And, at the end of the day, my job is to protect Max Crosby from Max Crosby. If it was up to Max, he'll be out there practicing every day at every game. He won't miss one snap, but we've seen that over the years. But I think as, you look at the player, you look at the organization, you got to do what's best for both. And that's what we're doing with Max.
That's good.
Cool. All right, thank you guys.
All right, there you have it. That's it. Didn't really touch much, but, I mean, I guess you got to kind of play it close to the vest, huh? So that's what's up. Well, let's see what happens this week, man. Do anybody think he gonna get traded this week? I mean, there's only a handful of teams that really got like cap space to take on his contract, and I'm talking about Davante Adams, y'all. I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. But Raider Nation, I thank you for tuning in. Support the Homie podcast. Support the Homie Sports and Entertainment, man. This is what you're going to get, man. I'm just a Raider fan, man. All right? I'm just a Raider fan. I can't help it. I wear it on my sleeve, man. Y'all let me know, man, in the comments, man. What y'all think is going to happen, man? Who we going to get traded to? Shit, let's get to that. Y'all think it's this is, I'm going to say it. This is blasphemy, and I know it. But do you think that the Raiders would trade Davante Adams to the Kansas City Chiefs? They are in need of a receiver. 2 of them already went down. that man, get him to the Jets somehow, man. You're not gonna get now. Let's not act like we're gonna get a first round pick. We probably won't. Probably get a second. And listen, I'm cool with a second and a fourth. And I really don't want a player unless it's like their receiver over there. I forget his name right now off the top of my head. But I don't see them getting rid of him and dumping him for Adams. I don't see it. I just don't. But anyway, that's it, man. I'm gonna end this broadcast on that note. I'm gonna try to keep you guys updated with bullshit from time to time, man. That's the goal here. Support the homie, sports and entertainment. Support the homie, the podcast. I am gone. Peace.